My name's Riley. I'm the founder and CEO of Ryco.io. We build custom learning for both schools and corporations. So I wanted to share this video to give you a bit of my origin story so you can get to know me a little bit. So growing up, I grew up in very small town Maine, 3,000 people. And when I was growing up, I was a really good student. My sister, however, was not. She was an artist. So she was very intelligent, just different. And had she learned math via Monet or Van Gogh, she would have cared a lot more. But that wasn't the case. It was a one-size-fits-all curriculum, and that wasn't the case for a lot of other kids. And there's a rippling effect when you struggle in school. You don't get into the college that you want, you don't get the career that you want, you don't get the life that you want. And it always felt very unfair. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to change that. I wanted to personalize learning. And so when I went to college, I met a theoretical particle physicist. He went to Princeton when he was 13 years old. He was there when John Nash from My Beautiful Mind was there. And I was just amazed. And I said, who are you? What do you do? And he owned an educational publishing company. And so I saw that as my way to kind of get into that industry and solve this problem for my sister. And so I said, I want to design product. He said, well, before you do that, you have to write textbooks and teacher guides and understand the world of curricula. So that's what I did. So from 18 through 22, I was writing textbooks in my dorm, mainly in advanced mathematics and software. And then I kind of continued working, and I graduated in his eyes, and I started to manage professors from Carnegie Mellon and Pitt. And we were building some of the very earliest gamified learning stuff back in 2011. We built the very first digital arts program for a performing arts center there. We're doing really cool stuff, and I learned a lot. From there, I had a really wonderful relationship with a lot of publishers, but also with a lot of schools. And so I created a marketing company where I started to kind of connect those smaller publishers with these schools because they had wonderful product. They were just very high barriers to entry because McGraw and Pearson owned that market. From there, I joined a technology portfolio company. It was nice to kind of get out of education and see how other industries operated. And we worked with real estate and home goods and all kinds of various verticals. Then the pandemic hit. And when the pandemic hit, I had all my educational colleagues reach out, and they needed help. And they said, look, we need remote learning yesterday. We don't know how to do this. We're not prepared for this, but we know you know how to do it. And so at first, I was the writer, the developer, the everything. Then I hired way better writers, way better developers. And then kind of, fast forward to today, we're working out of Embark Collective. We have some of just world-class coaches that are helping us grow and scale. Everything from B2B sales strategists to engineering coaches, you name it. We have it, and our entire team utilizes the coaching here. And now we're really looking to kind of put some gas on the fire. We build proprietary IP. Everything we make has been built from the ground up with our own team, nothing white labeled. We've been building our AI and automations now for over 5 years, so we can build things significantly faster and cheaper than alternatives. And so, yeah, what I'm really looking for is to partner with the right people, smart money, to help us really grow and scale and hit our financial goals. But I would love to meet you and talk to you. So if you would like, please schedule something at the link below, and we can talk. Thanks.